You're looking at a daily chart of the Nasdaq. Welcome to my daily review. I just quickly wanted to go over to the Nasdaq here. I had a follow-through day on day 13. This was the attempted rally here way back on March 13th. And I believe it was day 13. Yippee skippy. It had a day of 1.79% gain on volume higher than the prior days. So that constitutes a follow-through day. And today, it added on, and it really doesn't mean much unless your stocks are going up. At MC stock charts, we've been on yellow, proceed with caution until we got the follow through data, and it's all green now. But that doesn't mean, we're just going to go crazy. We need to see a broadening leadership. We've been looking for that the last couple of weeks, since this little uptrend started. And now we're starting to get it. I'm not going to go through why the Nasdaq is going up. We know Apple, Microsoft, Adobe, Amazon, and all those are the leaders, but I'm going to look at some leadership from smaller stocks because that's what we need, a broadening of some leadership here. I'm going to start with software, and this is HubSpot, which is on our watch list. This is starting to show strength. It's got a 20 billion market cap, so it's not a small company, but it's not a massive one either. And this is looking good and showing strength, and still, still near a pivot area. We had this thing down here back by the 21, but anyway, that one looks good. Workday is another one that was on our watch list. Yeah, broke out of this base here, and this is looking good too. That's what we want to see: stocks breaking out of bases, and stocks making new highs, and a broadening of the leadership in the market. And there's another software. This is Software Financial. You can look at this one, just lower left to upper right. What's not to like? That is INTA. Another one is Samsara. This is a computer software name. Obviously very strong, broke out of a base here, gapped up. I guess that's earnings, and then just pulled back to the 21. Now it's above the moving averages, and that's what we want to see. Stocks trending higher above their moving averages, making new highs, like Squarespace, another software stock. Anyway, there's a lot of these that are just doing well. This is a finance credit card, Flywire. I'm going to have this one on our watch list here. Another one is a 4, which is I kind of go into the finance credit card payment area, making new highs. So anyway, the software, finance credit card payment stocks, they're showing some strength here and doing pretty well. Anyway, we know the semis, they have been kind of the leaders here in 2023. Not kind of, they are. Here's RAM, it's just blasting out of a base, making new highs with volume. I'm not going to go through NVIDIA and AMD. We know all about those ones. Going to try to get to a little smaller, more obscure. Here's CRUS. This has got a 6.2 billion market cap. You can see that it's had this little double bottom base, ran up and consolidated in a flat base, and now it's making new highs. That's what we want to see in the semiconductor business. Of course, we always want to see our stocks making new highs, right? But they don't have to be at new highs. They could be near new highs, consolidating, bouncing off, the 21 here, as Lattice Semiconductor has been doing. It's not at a high, but it's very close here, 2.4% off its high. There you can see its base and its run up. So that's just what I'm looking for, is expanding leadership in the market, not just the big mega cap technology, safe haven stocks. This is Allegro, same thing, finding support at its moving averages. And then ST Microelectronics, this one, they had some news earlier in the week. They had an investor day and had a dividend and had some good news. And this one is breaking out with volume here, and it's got the blue dot. So that's enough of the semiconductors. I want to move on to electrical contract manufacturing stocks. Sanmina is in this group, but this is JBL. This one made a new high today, looking strong. NVEC is another electronic part stock, making a new high today. This is a micro cap stock, less than 400 million. But my point is that the leadership is broadening, and we're seeing more and more stocks showing strength. That's what you want to see. Going to the retail sector now. Ulta Beauty, what's not to like? This thing is a thing of beauty. Texas Roadhouse, just trying to be as broad as I can here. This is retail, restaurant, making new highs. We like new highs, right? Elf, you know about Elf. This thing has been a monster for a long time. Little pullback today as it got more than 60% above the 200, and now it's right there at 60%. So a breather is good. COTY, cosmetics, new high today. That has been on our watch list recently, but yeah, made a new high, so that looks good. The drug stocks, this is Novo Nordisk. This is only 9% above the pivot. It could go, usually they go up 20% base, so it's only 9%. Maybe it's got another 10% in it, another $15, who knows? It makes a new high every day. It's got the weight loss drugs, and Novo Nordisk has just been a beast. VKTX, this one surprised me today. Viking, they did a secondary, and I thought it was going to pull back, but that thing, the news was eaten up. It made a new high. They also have a weight loss drug that had a phase 1 trial, positive data. Vertex, this is one that I really like. It's got the Dolly Parton pattern going here, but it really frustrates people because it marches to the beat of its own drum. And I understand that people get frustrated with this stock, but longer term, I mean, it's just kind of a hole. This is like NVO, just lower left to upper right. It just grinds higher, and it grinds people's gears because it's really slow moving. This is TGTX. It got an approval of a drug, and then they launched it, in January, and then all got excited, euphoria here. And everybody wanted in was in at 1959. It was 150% above its 200 simple moving average. Now it's pulled back. And so, everybody who took profits. And now it's just kind of waiting for news here. If the data is good, I'm sure it will go higher. If the data is bad, I'm sure it will go lower. But there's a lot of indecision here. And I think it's just marking time until it gets some data. They had the May $20 options there with a lot of activity, a lot of interest there. So I would think that, maybe somebody knows something there with TGTX. The home builders, Meritage, more leadership here. This is looking strong. Pulte Homes, another one. It's forming this base here. If you look at the weekly, it's probably more of a handle. Yeah. Base on base on base. Oh, Pulte, all you do is base. Well, it's still showing some strength, though, in KB Homes. I know they reported earnings recently. Look at that base and just kind of marking time here and not giving its gains back. So the home builders look good. Even the mobile home builders look good. This is Skyline. This one made a new high today in CVCO, another one in this group. It's got stocks travel in packs. And this one's making a new high today. So RVs are making a comeback. My last area for broadening stocks is the medical area. Transmedics, yeah, it made a high and pulled back, but still it's holding gains, looking strong there. Lantheus is another one, medical product. This one looks really good to me. It had a really strong 2022. It pulled back, formed a base. And it's a late stage base, but it keeps forming these bull wedges and then trading higher. There's a bull wedge back to the 10, finding support at that 10 EMA, and that's what I like. And my last stock of the day, General Electric Healthcare. How about that? This is, it's an IPO, it's a spinoff, but man, these guys have the sales and earnings growth. It's not expensive. It's got a PE, a multiple of about 17. This one keeps making new highs every day. Anyway, we're looking for more broadening of the leadership, and we never give up.